Hey guys, this is SuperTy here. I'm here with my friend Alysia, and we're going to talk about comics that we liked for the past 2 weeks. We kind of missed last week, sorry about that, but there was a lot of good stuff last week also that I really want to, bring to your attention. This one actually came out this week. It's called Dream Gang. It's a collection that was from the Dark Horse Presents series. It was like a mini series going on in there, and they finally collected it. Hopefully you guys know by now, I really like the weird stuff, and this hits it. It's about this guy, he just falls asleep, and then he goes on an almost Little Nemo type journey involving a dream gang as well as this mind bomb, and he has to uncover these memories that are repressed so he can kind of, figure out where the mind bomb is. As I said, it's really weird, and I really dug it. The artwork is crazy. It's very psychedelic and bright, and, I like that in comics where it's just, eye-popping color. So if you want something that's pretty strange, pick this guy up. What's your...
All right, this is from this week, Deathstroke number 20. It's really interesting because now Ra's al Ghul is kind of the master of Deathstroke and his family, which I thought was weird. And they get into this big fight with this guy, Victor Ruiz, and who used to be a friend of Deathstroke until he stabbed him in the back. And then the villain Snakebite from the previous few issues is back with this gang, and they're trying to take down Deathstroke and his family. So it's a family affair of killing and revenge.
Sounds like a huge fight issue. Is it like just a big giant fight issue?
There's a few pages that are just straight fighting.
Just action the entire time?
Yes.
I like those issues too, where it's just like, hey, cool, eye candy of fights.
It's my family reunion.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's a family reunion. My next one, Aftershock Comics, it's called Captain Kidd. It is by Mark Waid, who I've talked about before. I love Mark Waid. He knows superheroes, and I really love it when he gets to do his own creator-owned stuff, so he can just, throw the rules out and continuity out. He can just make his own thing. This book is really cool. It takes an old idea like Shazam or Captain Marvel where, young kid turns into adult superhero. Well, this is the opposite of that. This old man turns into a young teenage superhero. And one thing I like is it doesn't explain anything. You're just thrown in it. And he's just like, oh yeah, magic thought, now I'm a superhero. Doesn't explain why, doesn't explain how. And he doesn't really know how to be a superhero. So he's just kind of flying around. He goes, what would a superhero do here? Well, he wouldn't cuss out the people in danger, even though the thought balloons, he totally is. So I really like this. I think Mark Waid has a great sense of humor too, and he's really throwing that in there a whole lot. Like, there's a really funny joke about Preparation H and hemorrhoids, which I thought was hilarious. So, I'm a huge fan of the Aftershock comics. Definitely pick this one up, especially if you like just a good superhero story. What's your next one, Alysia?
This one came out last week. It's Red Team Double Tap Center Mass. It's the second run from the Red Team, and I didn't read the first one, but this one, it explains some of what was going on in the first one, and it's really interesting. It's kind of a murder mystery with this kid who thinks he can get away with everything because he's got money, and it's definitely intriguing.
Well, it's by Garth Ennis, and
Yes.
Is it like by Red Team? Is it like a espionage type group, or like mercenaries, or?
They're actually, from what I got from it, they're just police officers. That
all
are,
right.
They go and stop him at a normal traffic stop, and then for speeding, and notice that the trunk's riding low, and there's some other suspicious activity going on with the way he's behaving when he gets pulled over, and it's really interesting.
Things happen.
Yes, things happen.
Well, I really like Garth Ennis, especially, I love his fantastical stuff. I mean, Preacher is one of my top 3 things ever. But I also like it when he does more, realistic type stuff. His war books are really great. He, studies all up on these war books, and as well as these, like true crime kind of stuff. A lot of people just think Garth Ennis is like gross out humor, blah, blah, blah. No, he's actually a really great writer. And, yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. I totally glazed over that last week, so I'm now gonna have to read that.
And this was actually my first introduction to Garth Ennis's works.
Oh, really?
Gonna be picking up more, so
Read Preacher.
You're gonna have to read
I will.
Preacher. Homework assignment. My last one is a little lighter fare. This is called Squirrel Girl and the Great Lakes Avengers. I like Squirrel Girl. I think it's a really fun series, the new one that's going on right now. But this one, it's collecting a lot of stuff that's been out of print forever. The reason why I picked this is because it has this great series called Great Lakes Avengers in there. And it's about this superhero team from Michigan, and they're not good at what they do. But man, they're so hopeful, and they're just trying to have a good time, and just these dark, incredibly dark things keep happening to them, and they're just smiling and everything's going great. Like, for example, there's a guy named Mr. Immortal who's immortal. He's not immune to damage. Like, he can get shot in the head. It's just like 5 minutes later he'll wake up, and so he has to deal with being immortal with all of his friends. He knows one day is going to die. And then there's also Doorman, who he's classified as a level 0 teleporter, so you can put him up against a wall and walk through him, and just some of the jokes that happen with that is pretty funny. There's also like Flatman, who looks like Reed Richards, but he's just two-dimensional. He can stretch, and everybody just like, oh hey, Reed Richards, and he's like, hey, not that guy. But this actually brought Squirrel Girl back into the forefront. I think this thing happened about 2004, 2005, Great Lakes Avengers, and it brought her back into the Marvel Universe. She wasn't really used that much. So pick this up. It's funny, it's dark, there's some really hilarious images of just like people trying their best, just like getting killed horribly. So definitely check this out. It's fun, it's silly, and I mean, even if you like Squirrel Girl, it also has her first appearance in here. So if you ever wondered what her first issue was like, it's in here as well. So give this a shot, it's great.
Spoilers, she beats Dr. Doom.
Spoilers, beats Dr. Doom. With or without squirrels, that's up to you to find out.
Dan Slott is a comedy genius.
He is this comedy genius, yeah.
And this one came out this week, and it is Harley Quinn number 30. She is taken to trying to preserve the environment.
Okay.
And she's trying to take a stand at this construction site. And then she realizes, oh wait, I'm late for work, and decides to switch out her buddy for it.
Okay.
And then a bunch of weirdness happens, as usual with Harley. And they decided to give Ivy a new look in this one, which...
Poison Ivy.
Yes, Poison Ivy. And it's a different look for her. It's definitely new and unexpected. I was very taken aback and was like, wait, is that really Ivy? And it was. And it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I love Harley, if you haven't noticed.
Is that the last Connor and Palmiotti issue?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that yet, but...
I think it is, before the relaunch with
before
the
the
new stuff.
rebirth stuff?
I'm not positive, but I think it is.
Yeah,
We'll
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
We'll have to do some research on that one.
Yeah. But this one was really good. If you're into Harley, definitely pick it up. It's a lot of fun, as Harley usually is.
And the movie's coming out next week.
Yep.
I know you're stoked about that.
Oh yeah.
I'm stoked about it too. At first I was just like, whatever, but with each preview that's coming out, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to go see this. And I'm really stoked about Captain Boomerang, because he looks like just a total mess throughout the thing. And
yeah.
I like that actor, Jai Courtney, too. So, well, it was a good couple of weeks. Sorry about missing last week, but we're gonna be back on the ball doing every week from now on. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. If you like this video, click the like button, share it with your friends so they know about the great comics that have been coming out, and catch you next time. Oh wait, before we catch you next time, you can follow me at SuperTy1. You can follow
Lonely Hearts 2 with 3 S's.
with 3 S's. You can follow both of us at Austin Books as well. Okay, now we'll catch you later.